Hello grade 8, welcome to this lesson where I'm going to continue on effect and reason. I want to start by looking at this informal assessment you did before, where you had to classify the different types of accounts within assets, equity, and liabilities. All right, so what you did in the past was to say that rent income is a type of equity. Drawings is a type of equity. It falls under equity. And then loans is also or falls under liabilities. Vehicles falls under assets, etc. Okay, so I want to take this table and I'm going to take the same accounts and I'm just going to add a little bit of something to that same table. So you'll see now I've added within each of the classifications, assets, equity, and liabilities, I've added a debit and a credit account, a credit side. Okay, debit and credit side, debit and credit side. All right. So what you need to know here is that assets increase on the debit side. Okay, so I'm just going to make a little plus there because assets increases on the debit side. Assets decrease on the credit side, so I'm going to make a little minus there. All right, then at equity, it increases on the credit side, so you're going to make a little plus there, and it decreases on the debit side. Liabilities, same as equity, decreases on the debit side and increases on the credit side, like that. Okay, so all I'm going to do now is I'm going to just say on which side the different accounts balance would be. Okay, initially. Right, let's start. You will pick it up as we go along. Rent income, we said, is a type of equity account, as you see there. Okay, so it must be an equity. Now, equity increases on the credit side, and rent income is something that increases your equity. It makes your equity more. It's good for your business to get rent income. So all you're going to do is just make a little cross there. Okay, rent income will be credited. All right. The next one, drawings. It's something that decreases your equity. Okay, it makes your equity less because the owner of the business takes out money from the business's account. So you will just debit that equity account. All right. The next one is a loan. And loan, as we saw here, is a liability. Now, in the liabilities column, would it be debit or credit? A loan increases your liabilities. It increases the bad stuff in your business. So it's going to go here. It's going to increase because there's a plus, so you increase it there. The next one, vehicles. Vehicles is an asset, and assets are increased on the debit side. All right. Do you see that? It makes your assets more, so it gets in the column that says plus, and it pluses on the debit side. Okay. The next one, stationery. It's something that you buy. It's an expense, and therefore it falls under equity. And when it decreases your equity, in this instance, stationery decreases your equity, it will fall under the debit side. Okay. The next one, rent expense. It's the same as stationery, it's just an expense. Okay. Rent income, we saw that before. We've seen that before. It's there on the credit side because it increases your equity. The next one, creditors. It's a type of liability. Okay, it makes your liabilities more, so it's there. It pluses on the credit side. All right. Next one is equipment. Equipment is an asset, and it makes your assets more, and assets becomes more on the debit side. So you see the plus is there on your debit side. The next one, bank with a positive balance, means that your assets are more. You have more assets, so your bank falls under the debit side. All right. The next one, the opposite of bank, a positive bank balance is a negative overdraft on your bank account, and that increases your liabilities. And that's the whole table. Now went through it quickly, but if you take out the fact that assets becomes more on the debit side and decreases on the credit side, equity decreases on the debit side, increases on the credit side, and liability is the same as equity, decreases on the debit side, increases on the credit side, you will be fine. Okay, that's all I really want you to realize at this point. Okay, so I hope you have a better grasp of the debit and credit side with regards to the accounting equation. We will look at it again on another lesson next time. All right. Thank you for watching. Have a good day further.